Hello everyone, welcome to today's Python topic. So today I wanted to show you guys how to analyze your data in a different way. So to begin with, let's actually import our data. So in order to do that, we have to actually import the pandas library, and I'm going to name it PD, just so I don't have to type out pandas every time. I can just simply just put PD. You can name this anything you want, or you don't have to name it anything. You could just import pandas, and every time you refer to the pandas library, you have to type out pandas. So next I actually want to import my data itself. So I have to make a variable. This variable can be named anything. It doesn't have any name in particular, so I can just put Yankees is equal to. Alright, now this is where I refer to the pandas library, but since I renamed it as PD dot, then read CSV, because that's what I'm going to use to actually open up my CSV file. And here's where things can get a little tricky, but if you bear with me, it's could be super simple. So I put single quotes here, and within the single quotes, this is where I put my file path of where my CSV file actually lies. So as you can see here, I have my Explorer open, so I can actually see my current directory, and I can see all the files that are within my current directory. And as you can see, I have a subfolder called datasets, which is collapsible with this caret here. So this is actually the subfolder within my current directory where my CSV file actually is. So from your current directory, where do you want to go next? I want to go into datasets, so I could put datasets, and then I want to go in datasets and actually get this file called New York Yankees .csv. And what I like to do is I like to actually save this and run it just to make sure I get no errors and make sure that it actually was able to find my CSV file. So hit enter, got no errors, so I know it worked properly. And now I have a new variable called Yankees that actually contains my data set. So next I want to show you guys a way to analyze this data. So let me just actually print this so I can show you what it looks like without manipulating it at all. So let me run it again. Let me clear this so I don't have no duplicates. So as you can see, I have all this data, which is actually a lot to look at. Let me actually open, or we'll stick with that. So I have a bunch of stats, and what if I'm only interested in certain stats? Like I want to look at top players, and I want to see their WAR or WAR rating here, which is just a statistic to show how good a player is at their position. And I'm only interested in looking at the stat for each top player. So one thing that we can use to do that is something called pivot. So what pivot will allow me to do is I'll pivot on top player, and it'll basically pivot like this, and then all my columns will only be the top players. And what's cool about this is it'll actually get rid of the duplicates, so I'll have only one column per one player, and then I could basically choose the values that I actually want to see for each player, which I'm going to just use the stat right here. So let's actually do that. So to do that, I'm going to create a new variable, name it something different. So I'm going to call it Yankees pivot, because this is going to be a different type of data set now. So Yankees pivot is equal to, and this is where I can actually put my data set that I want to pivot. So this is the data set that I want to pivot. So I could put Yankees dot pivot, and then put some parentheses. And within pivot, you can actually put some parameters, and this is kind of how you tell your pivot function, I'll say, how to actually structure the pivot. So to begin with, I want to put an index. So the index is basically, as you can see here, this is basically considered an index. In my rows here, I could index 0, which just means this row. So for my index, I want to keep my years. So I could put year. And this is make sure that you name it exactly what you have for your data set, or else it's not going to recognize it. So I could put an index, which is just indexing my rows, and then next columns. And this is where I actually get to put what I want for my columns. So like I said, I want to pivot on top player. So all this whole column right here, they're each gonna have their own column. Like I said, it gets rid of duplicates. So next, I actually want to put the name of the column, and it was top player. Put another comma, and then here I can actually put the values that I want my data set to be populated with. And I wanted the WAR stat. And as you can see, I actually ended up using different kinds of quotes here, and it should not matter. I just wanted to point that out. I put a double quote here, and I put a single quote here, so you can use whatever you want. And yeah, next I'm gonna hit enter here, and let's print this so you can see the difference between them. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna clear this. Okay, now we could run this, so I should get my old data set printed, and next I should get my new data set printed, and then we could actually take a look at the difference and how much easier it is to actually read the stats that you wanted. Okay, so as you can see, let's scroll up here, and I can actually see my old data set's just filled with a bunch of different stats, and it looks a little messy, but now I kind of made a new data set, which might look still a little messy, only because of these NAN values, but I'll get to that right now, what they actually mean. So as you can see here, first things first, I wanted to show you that we actually have a column for each player now, because I pivoted on top player, and then I have my index as my year here, so you can actually see each year. And then all these values here are the WAR stat, WAR stat, and as you can see, for these NAN values, it actually makes a lot of sense because Aaron Judge didn't even play baseball in 1921. So that's why you have NAN, but as you can see for Babe Ruth, he actually has stats for 1921 because he actually played during that time. So as you scroll down, as you see Alex Rodriguez, let me go right here. So now he begins to have stats in 2005, 2006, and then we scroll down more. This was Aaron Judge over here, so now Aaron Judge starts to have stats in 2017, 2008, or 18, sorry about that. So yeah, this is just a way that you can actually structure your data set differently and focus on the stats that you're actually interested in. And I hope this can help you guys analyze your data a little better. So that was Pivot, and thank you.